subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello students, in part 1 we have discussed the whole process of fiber into wool. In this part we will discuss the second animal fiber, this is silk. So let's start. For next animal fiber, silk. Silk fibers are also animal fibers. Silkworm spin the silk fibers. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. The most important points of this topic is life history of silk moth. The female silk moth lays eggs from which hatch larvae which are called caterpillars or silkworms. They grow in the size, and when the caterpillar is ready to enter the next stage of its life history called pupa, it first weaves a net to hold itself. Then it swings its head from side to side. During this movement of the head, the caterpillar secretes fiber made of a protein which hardens on exposure to air and becomes silk fiber. Soon, the caterpillar completely covers itself by silk fiber and turns into pupa. This covering is known as cocoon. The further development of the pupa into moth continues inside the cocoon. Silk fibers are used for weaving silk cloths. The silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. There is a variety of silk moth which look very different from one another, and the silk yarn they yield in different in textures. Thus, tussar silk, moga silk, kosa silk, etc. The most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. The silk fiber from the cocoon of this moth is soft, lustrous and elastic and can be dyed in beautiful colors. Look at the slide. In this slide, I will show the life history of silk moth. A male silk moth and a female silk moth. Both adult silk moth after they lay egg on mulberry leaves. After hatching the egg, the silkworm or caterpillar comes out and moving its head to make a cocoon, and cocoon with developing moth inside the cocoon. So this figure shows the whole life history of the silk moth. The next topic is from cocoon to silk. For obtaining silk, moths are reared and their cocoon are collected to get silk threads. The rearing silkworm is a most important topic. A female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. The eggs are stored carefully on strips of cloth or paper and sold to silkworm farmers. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature for the larva to hatch from eggs. This is done when mulberry trees bear a fresh crop of leaves. The larva called caterpillar or silkworm eat day and night and increase enormously in size. The larvae are kept in clean bamboo trays along with freshly chopped mulberry leaves. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillars stop eating and move to a tiny chamber of bamboo in the tray to spin cocoon. The caterpillar or silkworm spins the cocoon, inside which develops the silk moth. The last one is the processing silk. A pile of cocoon is used for obtaining silk fibers. The cocoon are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fibers separated out. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called rearing the silk. Look at your slide. We will show the whole rearing process of silkworm in this figure. A mulberry tree, then the leaves, which type of leaves of mulberry tree, and the female silkworm with eggs and the larva and the cocoon. All images are shown in this figure. In this chapter, we have learned the all process of making of wool and silk fibers. The making of wool and silk fiber has a very long process. So many steps are involved in this process. So I hope you understood all the steps involved in this process. Okay, have a nice day.